So, good stuff.
But moving on to number 2, a little event that occurred earlier in that day.
I don't know why we need to relive this one, but
It's the Bo Jackson will not beat me game.
that was not only a phrase that I mentioned out loud, but was also my strategy. I literally called the Bo Jackson run 99% of the time, all but one play the entire game.
And how this is shaken down was the Niners had won the previous 4 games against the Raiders. Nate, Ronnie Lott, and picking Bo Jackson's play, and sooner or later, I got to make enough plays with Schrader in the air, and I screw up and throw a couple interceptions. He does enough on offense. He blew me out a couple times. He snuck by a couple times. So here we are in a playoff meeting, and so this is like the biggest game in the playoffs so far. It's in I believe it was in the first round.
Let me go back a second, okay? Keep in mind, this is Tecmo Bowl Season 1, where me and Brad were just were better than the other 2 guys. I mean, there wasn't that great gap, like a fantastically huge gap between how much better we were, but, I mean, we were just a snide better than those guys at the time. And I was San Francisco. They were by far and away my best team. I had beaten a ton of people with San Francisco. You know, I was awesome with them. I had no fear of LA coming into this game. I knew as long as I didn't, allow Bo Jackson to beat me, I'd be fine. Basically, my strategy is don't let Bo Jackson beat you. Make him nickel and dime you down the whole field. Eventually, Ronnie Lott or Michael Carter will make a pick. Yada yada. And so I just determined Bo Jackson is not going to beat me.
So in this game, just using nothing pretty much with the passing game. I'm hitting Todd Christensen. I'm hitting Tim Brown. I'm hitting Marcus Allen. I get down. I get a couple field goals, so it's 6-0. And then in the drive to open the second half, Nate takes San Francisco, motors down the field, puts a 7 on me. So it's a 7-6 ball game. And then from there,
I'm already playing in San Francisco in the winning the Hanson Trophy, having a shot against Seattle again.
And so we stalemate the rest of the game, punts back and forth, and it's kind of midway, getting kind of late in the fourth, and I finally get I get a stop, I get the ball back, and the thing with LA was I got the ball back like at my 10-yard line, or just in that area. It was a really bad place to start a drive. Okay. So I'm going exclusively the pass, and I'm gaining yards. I'm getting a couple first downs, but time is really my enemy at this point. And it's easy to say this in hindsight, but because with the time left on the clock, if he just would have stayed the course, keep picking Bo's play, and just let the pass game shake out, he's going to win. But time's running out, and I got to make sure he's staying honest. So,
and my goal here is Brad knows that I've called the Bo run, run one this entire game. I'm thinking I'm safe if I switch out once, and I know that if I get one stop, this game's over.
Yeah, exactly.
So I figure, all right, now's the time. I'm going to switch it just once, and if I stop him here and I get a sack, then this game's over. Period.
And so what happens is about once a quarter I would run Bo Jackson just to keep it in the back of his head, just to make him play honest defense.
Unfortunately, it wasn't in the back of my head, and I wasn't playing honest defense.
So what occurs is it's I can't remember if it was a second down or what down it was.
I think it was second, if I remember. But.
So I picked Bo, and he relented. Also, Nate was starting to grip a little bit because I'm moving down the field on him. So he switched out to a pass play, and he was running a lot. He got blocked, and Bo Jackson busted him in the eye for about 25 yards.
Kicked me in the stones.
So what's interesting, though, is there's like about 8 seconds left or whatever, but I'm not in field goal range yet. I just barely crossed the 50, so I still got about 8 yards to go. So the next couple plays, I go back to the pass because I know that he's going to go back on the run. So I crawl down, and I get my guy, gets reception, gets out of bounds, and I know I'm like right on the cusp of field goal range. So we line up. This is the last play of the game, and I nail full power, and it barely sails through. And that was the game. LA wins 9-7, and it was just ironic because that's all he'd said for months and months before that. Whenever we play that matchup, Bo Jackson,
Bo Jackson will not beat me.
And
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So that was
the one time I did not call the dang run all season. All season.
That's 5 games worth.
Like, literally, my entire strategy the entire season was he will not beat me, and I called it. I bet all season in those games, I probably called the Bo. I didn't call Bo's run maybe 3-4 plays, and he got me on the one, man. He got me. So
San
had to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, San Fran had dominated in exhibition. They dominated in season play, and then in the game, you know, that's going to live with us forever. You know, the biggest game of the 5. That's the one LA sneaks by.
Yeah.
And we're going to move on to the